Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a weekly podcast following four friends as they battle across a homebrewed world called Entiriath in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
Step into the mystical world of Entiriath and follow as our party of dummies adventure across the lands. Talluk, half orc, half fighter, the mystery, played by Taylor. The Eclarian Shadow, half elf ranger from the Eclarian Mountains, played by Seth. And Elirlok Bloodhair, a Harengon cleric, played by Joey. Last but not least, the creator of our beautiful world, the man of many voices, and our dungeon master, Sam.
Do we want to recap?
I think we want to recap.
Okay, recap time. Recap! So, in our previous session, it was the 24th of Harvest at 8:30 p.m. We were traveling in the Underdark. We traveled for 4 hours. It was well after midnight into the next day when we encountered a weird worm creature. We get into combat with that. Shadow, Elirlok, Talluk, everybody starts wailing away. The Grick, bites and attacks and eventually drags Talluk through a fucking crack in the wall of the tunnel into its den.
His lair.
Yeah. At which point, Shadow and Elirlok rotate up and are able to attack it from outside, and Talluk just starts whacking away and ultimately slays the big mega daddy Grick. We found a +1 rapier, 60 gold pieces, a potion that I have a question mark by, some sovereign glue and universal solvent, some spiderweb slippers of spider climb, bone handle club +1, and that's all I have that we found.
Okay.
At which point, Shadow kind of jostles the body of the Grick into the opening, and the party takes a long rest. And once they continue into the Underdark around 8 a.m. on the 25th of Harvest, Shadow finds a mushroom and tosses it over to Talluk, who immediately eats it. We continue through the tunnels. Around 10 a.m., came up to a cavern that is bioluminescent with giant mushrooms and weird tentacle jellyfish vacuums. At which point, we make a bunch of stealth checks and manage to get across. The Elirlok cast Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah, that was clutch. Y'all would have.
Yep.
Like, there's no way. Y'all rolled like 5 checks to get through there. There's no way y'all would have made it without that.
I rolled with disadvantage every time and still got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was clutch. The party made it through, and it's all the way at 5 p.m. the next day on the 25th, 24 hours after we started. We note that the tunnel is man-made, and we're nearly a mile underground. We hear something behind us. We move to a crossroads and come up to a gelatinous cube, at which point we realize there's another cube behind us, and the cubes start pushing from either direction, completely filling the void of the tunnel so that we can't get around them. As they press close to us, a click is heard, and the party is dropped through a trap door. The cubes follow behind us as we go down a trash chute, for lack of a better word, and we land in a caged conundrum where the cubes get absolutely eviscerated by some metal bars that are stretched across the chute. And so we find ourselves down amongst the goodies that the cubes devour. And my question is, did cube goo fall on us?
Yeah, so slight correction on the bar. So the chute was going down like a nice straight chute. It straightened out a little bit. And then there were like some metal bars like you'd see at like a baggage sorting thing at an airport that scooped y'all into a side chute. And so since the cubes didn't immediately fall on your head, you assume that the cubes kept going straight and, were able to just go around the bars. but the solid object, you guys, was scraped off.
We are in like a 10 by 10.
Oh, I get it. So the cube went straight through and grabbed any of the solid objects that the cube had eaten.
Scooped everything.
Oh.
Yeah, so a few things did topple onto y'all's head. Some bones and a couple mundane objects toppled down onto your head right after y'all fell in.
That's what I said. It was like some kind of fucked up Minecraft redstone creation.
Yeah, so let me set the scene a little
Monster
bit for
farm.
y'all about where y'all just landed. So y'all just fell 20 feet down into a cell. The cell walls go up all the way 20 feet up to the ceiling where the hole that y'all just fell through is. Y'all are sitting on top of a pile of all sorts of rubble and refuse. It looks like there's a bunch of random like weapons and bits of armor in here, as well as a bunch of bones and some random coins laying around and stuff. As y'all start exploring, looking around the room a little bit, you see that there's another cage just like yours that appears to have an even bigger pile of junk in it, and then there are 2 levers on the wall next to you guys, and then the opposite wall from y'all in this kind of long room is rows of manacles and shackles and things of that nature, and hooked up to 2 of these are 2 dwarf bodies hanging still. And as you guys come clunking down into this room, one of them starts and makes a noise. What's going on? And he kind of like opens his eyes.
Which one?
The one on the left.
This one?
Yes. It's fairly dim in the room. It's dim light is what I'd say, but you can tell even from this dim light that he's got like bruises on his face and stuff. The other guy looks in even worse shape. You're actually not sure if he's even breathing or alive. And he says, who goes there? Who is it? Who is it?
Hi, you alive?
Yes, Baylor, are you a friend? Were you sent? Were you sent by the guild? Were you sent by the stalwart heroes? A Fev.
You're a dwarf.
Yes, are you not? It's hard to see you. Oh, my eyes are swollen shut almost. Are you an elf?
Not really.
Who's with you? Have you come to save me?
Yeah. Sounds good, right, Talluk? Right ears? Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
One problem. We're in a cage.
Oh, not much of a rescue, you need to hurry. I'm sure they'll be back soon.
Who's they?
Who where are we?
Moloch's minions. You are here to stop Moloch, right?
Is he a shark tentacle creature?
No, he's a mad wizard. He's doing some sort of vile experiments down here. Undead, oozes, all manner of horrible things.
Oh, well, horrible things are our specialty, right, guys?
Yeah, do you think he's got any gold?
He says, oh, I'm not sure. And about that time, the doors come flying open. You guys see coming into the room.
Whoa!
In comes walking a little troop of what appears to be some sort of undead. In the front is one who's very clearly a leader. He stands about a foot taller than the rest. The rest of them come walking in behind him. He looks over. He's looking at the dwarf side when he walks in, but then he notices you guys all in the cell. And he says, looks like we caught something fresh.
That's gross.
Go ahead and flush the flesh. The rest of you, take the dwarves to the liquefier. We're gonna need to roll initiative.
Oh, baby. The liquefier.
I don't like that at all.
It's a horrible name for a thing.
For a
You're
thing.
absolutely right.
It's a
That's
horrible name
well
for a
put.
thing. Doesn't.
I got an 11.
16.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I'm done with screenshots. Let me.
No worries. If you roll low, then you can keep taking screenshots.
23.
You didn't roll low. You go first.
Oh. Okay. Let's rock and fucking roll.
Oh, yeah. Right into the action.
Shadow's gonna say, Talluk, you got that adamantine axe, Andy?
I thought you'd never ask. And I open up the bag of holding. Just like hold it open and point it towards him.
Yeah.
Can I pull it out?
Yeah. We'll say flavor-wise that Talluk does that, but Shadow can use his object interaction to reach into the bag of holding and pull out the thing.
Okay.
So
We're like on top of each other.
Y'all are like, I imagine y'all have barely stood up at this point, right? It's been less than a minute since y'all dropped through.
So I pull the axe out and I try to identify the weakest point of the door. Can I roll something for that? Like, can I see the locking mechanism? Can I see
you can do investigation to do that.
19.
19. Okay, so yeah, tell you what. Well, how does that adamantine lock? The adamantine axe.
Battle axe is crafted from
hits.
adamantine, the hardest metal ever forged. It automatically crits against objects and deals max damage to them. It also ignores resistance, immunity, and hardness to slashing damage due to target's durability or hardness.
That's so freaking cool.
It is cool. A max crit.
It's so great.
It's a cool item.
You're looking at it, and it looks like the hinges are on the outside. And the lock is like a box lock. So it looks like the best way to do it is just to actually try to cut through the bars themselves.
Yeah, but if I cut this bar with the hinge and this bar with the hinge.
Right. Yeah, so basically you just need to do enough damage on your damage roll. And you should be able to get the door open.
Okay. It's instant crit.
Right, so you roll damage. So this thing
it says max damage crit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got the health here that it would take to get it open.
Okay, so
what
2 attacks
is the
on
damage?
the 8. 1d8.
Okay, it's 1d8 plus your strength, but it's a crit, so it's 2d8. So it's 16 plus your strength each time you hit.
Okay. Strength plus 3. Right?
Right.
Okay, so 19.
Okay, so you chunk almost all the way through it.
The top one?
You chunk all the way through the top one and it slams into the second one.
Okay.
Does a chunk in the bottom bar too.
Okay, so I've broken the top bar and hinge.
Yeah, you've broken the top bar.
Now I'm going to swing at the bottom one, the bottom bar and hinge.
Okay, and that'll be all the same damage. So, yeah. Okay. Boom, so you bust it open.
Okay, and then I'm going to run out here and get in front of my new dwarf friend.
Okay. All right, I love it.
Let's fucking go.
So this undead, in that same moment while you were doing that, he had run over here and slung this. I'm not going to do too much of the turn bonus thing. So he had run over here and flipped this switch, and you heard a up the pipe above you.
Oh, God.
Shit.
He's trying to dump the flesh or something.
Elirlok, it is your turn.
That sounds bad. So I'm going to move out here, and I would like to cast Turn Undead with my Channel Divinity.
Ooh.
Okay. What's the range on that?
boy.
30 feet.
Okay, I think you can. Oh yeah, easily get them all. So I assume I make a save of some kind.
There is a save, and I'm sure it's my spell save DC, which is 14, but it doesn't say that specifically on it.
All right, what kind of save am I making?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. All right, we're gonna do the 4 grunts first. Oh, one of them got a nat 20, but the other one got a 5, and then a 16 and a 12. So 2 failed, 2 passed, and then I'm gonna roll for the boss, and he got a 7, so that's a fail. So we'll say that this one here, and the boss all failed. What happens when they fail?
What is their the combat rating?
The grunts are a CR1.
Okay. Then if they were CR half or below, then they would instantly be destroyed.
Oh my
But
gosh.
they are not.
Oh man.
So alternatively, I
would've been great.
believe they just tail it out of there.
Like frightened and fleeing, basically.
Yeah, I think that's the case. Turn creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can. It can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions.
It must use its turn moving as far away as it can. Okay, so double move. Move and
Yeah.
then dash.
For its
That's
action,
awesome.
it can only use the dash action to try to escape.
Wow. Freaking
If there's
Love
nowhere
it.
for it to move, it can use dodge.
okay.
And what is your holy symbol?
Oh, it's a coin. It's hanging around my neck, and I reach up there beneath the scarf and cast the spell.
Shadow's gonna look over at Talluk and be like, Talluk, what's he? Is he playing with his chest hair?
Yeah. I don't know.
And then you see 3 of these undead start to like back away and start stumbling towards the door.
I'm like, whatever he did, I like it.
The leader starts running away full speed.
Hmm?
And then let's see who's next. This one's next. He also starts running away full speed.
Hell yeah.
And then it is Talluk's turn. Yeah.
All right. First thing I want to do, I'm going to move out of the cage. And then I'm going to look at these 2 guys that were not scared, that are bunched up in the door. And would I know if these guys have any weaknesses or resistances or anything? Undead?
Go ahead and make me a roll to know what all you know about them.
Okay. Should I just do what type of roll?
Do a religion roll.
Okay. I got a 10.
Okay, yeah, so you know the basics on most undead. Generally, they are immune to being poisoned, and the poison conditioned, and then depending on the other undead, they might be immune to some other conditions. Obviously, exhaustion is pretty common for most of them since they're magically enchanted to keep moving and stuff. But depending on the nature of the undead and how they were brought back, they might be under someone's command and therefore be immune to being charmed, or they might have come into existence in some other way and not have that immunity. Talluk isn't sure about exactly what kind of undead these are.
Okay. I'm going to form a chromatic orb. A ball forms in between my hands, and I'm going to toss it. I'm going to do thunder damage, so kind of glows blue, and then as I throw it, it lets out a loud thunder clap. I got a 12 to hit.
A 12 hits.
Oh,
So which
all
one
right.
are you aiming at?
Okay, I'll throw it at the one in the front.
Okay.
I'm going to throw it right at the guy in the middle of his chest.
Well, it does hit.
Okay. And good roll. Does 18 damage, thunder damage.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
nice.
18 out of 24.
Okay, so you
Hell yeah.
blow off one of this guy's arms. Actually, goes flying into the wall, and he just and he looks up at you with a angry look in his eyes. Not quite destroyed yet.
Okay. Before I move up, I want to reach back to Shadow and be like, "Hey, see if you can use that axe and unchain our buddy there. Maybe he can help us." And then I actually want to run right up in this guy's face. Use the rest of my movement.
Okay.
I'll end my turn.
And it is the one behind him who did not get frightened, so he is going to step up and try to attack you. So he is going to try to claw you. 10 to hit. It's not going to do it. That's his whole action. Alright. So it is Mr. Goodrock's turn. And he'll say, "Friend, I'm a bit beat up, but I'd be happy to help you fight. If you can get me out of these chains."
Oh, yeah.
But that's all he can do. This guy is the one. So Elirlok actually scared this guy earlier.
Ah, shit.
So he is going to take off running. But you ran up to him if you want to take an opportunity attack.
Oh, yeah, let me do that so I can finish him off.
Fuck
Okay.
him up, Buttercup.
Just to be clear, I'm wielding the longsword of Paladlight and the no shield. Two-handed, just FYI.
Yep.
That's what I was carrying.
Okay.
Alright, so I can get a hit on this guy. 13 to hit, that hits, right?
That hits.
Alright. I do 12 regular damage and 7 necrotic. 19
No
total.
damage on these guys.
That makes sense.
But
He's dead twice.
the 12 does kill him. And as you slay this undead being, you get a different sensation as your blade cuts through. Instead of the deep satisfaction that you've been feeling, this is almost like a hot flash of peppery intensity as you cut down this undead. It's not unpleasant, but it's also intense. A lot more intense than the satisfaction that the longsword has been taking from slaying living things. But you kill this thing. Shadow, it is your turn.
So Shadow quickly takes a quick look to see if he can unlock his buddy. And while he's trying to see if he can unlock it, he goes, "What's your name?"
Oh, name's Gunnel Goodrock. That was my charge there, Sir Hardbark.
Is he dead?
God rest his soul. Moloch hit him with a death ray.
Oh my.
That sounds terrifying. And Shadow reaches back the adamantine axe and cleaves these chains off of my new homie.
Just chops right through him. No sweat, and frees our little orc friend.
Orc!
Orc. Dwarf friend.
I was scared.
I was mildly confused.
He's a shapeshifter actually, so I gave it away.
Oh my. He's a baddie. He's the wizard.
What else you got, Seth?
Mr. Goodrock, do you have any way to... Do you got any potions or anything to heal yourself up with?
I'm afraid not. So I've got here's this hammer, and he lifts up this hammer that was hanging loosely off of his belt, and it's just the most absurdly ornate warhammer you've ever seen. It's, the shaft is probably only about a foot long, but then the hammerhead is like a 6-inch square that's like 8 inches long itself on the head of this thing, and it's just ornately decorated, beautiful weapon.
Well, that's exciting.
He is wearing some armor, and he hefts up a simple wooden shield off the ground as well. He says, truth be told, I was just a squire to Sir Hardback, but I know how to fight.
Squire, eh? I'll get you fixed right up. And then it cuts to the other guys because my turn's over.
Okay, so it's back to this guy's turn, and I rolled a 1 earlier. So, after a moment, you hear boop, as a gelatinous cube lands in this this space here.
Of course
No.
it does. Chuck said no.
Where you guys were just standing mere moments ago. The square, clear cube, and it lands right, just like perfectly where you guys were standing, completely filling that space. The undead guy will actually wait. Did this one? This one succeeded. The ones that ran away have already run away. This guy will run over and try to claw Talluk.
Oh no.
8. Terrible. It is Elirlok's turn.
I looked at the cage and say, well, it's a good thing we got out of there. And I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon at level 2.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna move forward, move spiritual weapon forward, and attack the undead bro that just clawed Talluk. Since it is the closest.
This one right here?
Yep.
All right.
And it is going to do an attack roll. Oh, 25.
25 will definitely hit.
Damage is 5.
Okay, so 5 damage to this guy. What kind of damage is it?
Force damage.
Oh, okay, beautiful.
What does your spiritual weapon look like?
Ooh, good question.
I think I might have described it last time, or I
I
don't
think
know.
you said
That's been a while.
sword.
It's like a wide blade teardrop like sword.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, like fantasy elf sword sort of thing.
It's kind of like what's his nuts' sword in Naruto if you watch that, or Boruto.
No,
I'll have to send you a picture of it. It's a sort of a wide blade short sword,
Cool.
more or less.
Okay. All right, slashes into this guy, does a little damage to him. That's your action. You got anything else?
No, that was my bonus action.
Wait, how much damage did you say it did?
1d8 plus 3.
Okay. How long does your turn undead last? Like, how does that?
1 minute.
How does that
1
work?
minute.
Oh,
Damn.
okay. And they have to keep running from you for a minute?
A whole minute.
Fuck.
What if they can't see you anymore?
They just keep running, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my god.
They just says away from me.
Okay, so these two, you just hear them yelling off in the distance, run! Run
I
away!
love it. One of them was the leader too.
Yeah. You hear another voice sounds like it's another big one, and they're like, "What the hell's are you doing? Get back in there and liquefy them! You go!" So I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of these guys to the Anish.
Oh no! There's more!
All right, Talluk, your turn.
What have we gotten in ourselves
All right,
into?
I got 2 next to me.
You got 2 next to you. One of them's got a spiritual weapon after it, and one does not.
Okay, I will swing first at the one on the left. That was just disturbing the way you said that.
You don't like my spiritual weapon?
Not really. I got a 22 to hit.
I love it.
That misses, actually.
Uh-huh. I got a 14.
Someday I'm gonna put an enemy against y'all where that does miss, and it's gonna feel
14
so
damage.
good. All right, which one? Which one is that?
The one
I
on the
know.
left.
I know
The
how to-
non-spiritual weapon one.
Spiritual weapon.
The one without the spiritual weapon.
I know how to uninstall Tailspire.
And then I'll take a swing. I'll take a swing at the guy on the right to do a little bit of spread it out a little. Spread the love.
Spread the love with your spiritual weapon.
Spiritual whip. 13 does hit.
Alrighty then.
Getting weird. Getting weird. Hey. All right. He's still up, but he's there. You're chopping bits off. A couple fingers hit the ground. Little thigh meat goes flying across the room.
Don't like that.
I pick a finger up and I put it behind my ear like a pencil.
Oh,
Yeah,
thick
all in my
rotting
turn.
finger.
Don't like
Alright.
that. No,
Alright.
that thing's got to stay in there. You don't move that motherfucker again.
I love how you were paying so close attention that I barely just like accidentally touched it. You're like, whoa!
I was looking at the other monitor.
It was the
Wasn't even-
gelatinous cube for our listeners. He
Yeah.
made it
He
twitch.
jiggled it.
All right, so the one next to you is gonna try to claw you again. Fuck yeah, 19 hits,
Oh
right?
yeah, that hits. Oh god.
Keep that shield out of here. Okay, so a couple things are gonna happen. Number
Okay. I don't like that.
one, you're going to take 9 damage.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And that's pretty good. He rolled pretty good. And then I need you to
serious.
make me a Constitution saving throw.
My gosh, I'm already cursed enough. I already have all the curses. Constitution, okay. It's a plus
Constitution
6.
saving throw.
Does a 24 pass?
Just barely. Man, you made it.
Okay,
You got it. All right. So you're fine. You feel
Okay.
you feel like a fevery tightness through your body. Just kind of shake through it. Okay,
I like
and it is Gonal's turn.
Donald.
And he is going to just step around you just a smidge here.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
And be like, what are we gonna do about that thing? Pointing to the the gelatinous cube.
Stay away from
then-
McDonald.
And then he's going to take his hammer and he's going to
Oh fuck!
whip it around a little bit, Mjolnir style, and chuck it at one of these zombies.
Oh
the one
my
next to the spiritual
God!
weapon. It is going to just barely hit. And
So 12.
do
100.
it does 8 damage. Oh, this guy's barely standing. And then it zooms back to his hand.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely the most amazing thing about him. It appears to be this weapon. But that's all he's got.
Oh, good job, Gonal.
All right. So, you hear the people from the next room shuffling towards you, and Talluk, you can see into the next room and see a big guy running up towards you.
Guys, we got trouble. There's a big one.
You're bigger than him, right?
I don't know. He's far away.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead and make me a perception check to see what you see over in the next room.
Okay. I got a 11.
11. So you see all sorts of whirring gizmos and gadgets and mechanisms and lights and like crackling energy all over the place. And you see in kind of the darkness these other undeads running around, throwing levers and twisting knobs and stuff non-stop in the next room. And they are like looking towards you guys, but they're not moving towards you.
That sounds terrible.
That's not good.
Shadow, it is your turn.
They're doing something up here. I don't know what they're doing, but we got to get the fuck out of this room, I think.
Are they
They're
doing
gonna
stuff?
liquefy us. They're gonna liquefy us.
What?
Something about a liquefier.
I don't want to be liquefied.
I don't like that at all.
Gonal says, you sure as hell don't.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Donald.
He's seen it. Donald. He's gonna have PTSD.
Shadow's gonna kind of side eye this fucking gelatinous cube. Does Shadow know if that cube can come out of that doorway or not?
Make me.
One of my plus
Man,
ones. I can feel it.
I don't know if you even need a check. You're not sure. Because it's number one, you know that it was on top of. There was a grate underneath all the shit y'all were standing on top of. And it was a looser grate than the grate of the cage. But you're not sure if it would be able to squeeze through the grates of the cage. But you think with the spot that you opened, it might kind of squeeze itself through there. You think it could probably get out of there. You're just not sure if it's going to sink through before it can squeeze out. It's already starting to slump down a little bit.
Shadow's gonna reach over and grab Gollum back. Hold on there, little buddy. And he's gonna cast a level 1 Cure Wounds for plus 10 HP at old Gonal. Shadow's gonna walk up behind Talluk just real calmly and shove the adamantine axe back in the bag of holding.
I imagine you just like pull it open like you would if you were gonna like you pull it open like you're pulling his drawers open and then drop it in there like you're playing a prank on a, dropping a lizard in somebody's pants and then
and then he slaps him on the butt.
That old classic prank.
Classic. Well, I was gonna say scorpion because that's what they do in the cartoons, but that's too vile for me.
And then Shadow's gonna rotate back to here, to where he can kind of be in the middle of this whole trifecta of doom we got going on.
It's not a trifecta of doom. It's beautiful.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Which one is it now? Oh, it's this one who's got.
Is Gonal refreshed by that, or is he still
He's very
suffering?
refreshed. No, he says, "Oh, thank you, brother. I'll stop using that obnoxious voice now. I'll just use the normal dwarf voice. Generic, young dwarf voice."
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll tell you, I'm half-elf.
Oh, excellent. Good to meet you, half-elf, sir. We'll exchange names if we live through this. And this guy... Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be that excited. 23 to hit.
He's gonna try to kill us.
Alright, so let's see if the damage is as
They're
high
hitting
as
me.
it was last time. Yep, hitting you.
Okay.
Still decent damage, but not as bad. 7 damage. And I need you to make that Constitution saving throw again.
Okay.
My God, if we had rolled at the bottom of the initiative, they would have triggered that fucking lever and liquefied us.
17 on the save.
Alright, that's a save.
Alright.
Alright. So, the gelatinous cube starts to ooze its way out of this thing
Opportunity attack.
and gets itself just barely out. Just barely gets itself out, and you can see some of the ooze behind it pulling up out of the thing and, rejoining onto this thing as its full body makes it out of this thing. But it takes all of its movement to get to there. Do your opportunity attack.
17 to hit.
Okay, that's definitely a hit on a ooze.
Fucking piece of shit.
Oh!
13 damage. Full. It was a 10 on a D10.
Okay, 13 damage. Alright. Then it is going to whip out a pseudopod at
Oh no, this is
Mr.
terrible.
Elirlok.
I'm sorry, a what?
A pseudopod. So
No.
it coalesces a little lumpy bludgeon part of it out of its body and goes to swing at you, but it rolls a natural 1.
Sounds like my sex life.
Smacks into it's got chode fingers. Anyways, it misses you, Elirlok. It is your turn.
That's my next character's name.
This thing, you can see little pseudopods forming all over it, reaching out towards you, trying to
Creepy little fucker.
get you.
Okay, I'm in the immediate vicinity, so I'm just going to take an attack at it.
Okay.
Don't get gooped up.
Oh, maybe I want to get gooped.
Oh,
Let's do. I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna do a regular mace attack. I suppose.
All right.
25 to hit.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Oh, hey, how about that? I was just
Roll
looking at
that.
the total.
Roll that crit damage.
roll it up.
I don't think I rolled a crit yet. Is there special rules for?
Yeah, you double any dice associated with the damage roll.
7.
7 damage. All right.
On a crit.
Not the best crit damage, but that's all right.
Hey, it's 7 damage.
It's 7 damage.
I'm going to use my bonus action to attack with my spiritual weapon on the
Oh, that's cool.
undead.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
He's fighting someone across the room and right next to him. That's awesome.
I like that.
So that is 10 damage. Double digits.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that definitely kills that guy.
Hell
Sick.
yeah.
All
So
right.
I'm like, what the fuck? I just see he dies at my feet. I see
Dude,
this.
no, you see
sword
like a
floating.
sword stick through its neck, and like it's pointing straight at you, and then the sword pulls out, and the guy collapses.
Holy fuck.
I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, was that you?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's go, ears.
All right.
Happens sometimes.
Anything else?
No.
You standing right there?
You're making me regret my life choices.
Run
So,
away.
yeah. No, I said that was it.
All right.
Oh.
So you still hear off in the distance. You hear, "Run! Get the master!"
I don't like that.
As they run off into the distance, their voice kind of piddles out way away.
We gotta get moving.
All right. This one right next to you, Talluk, is gonna try to claw you again. Do I need to send you a picture? It's a nat 20.
Oh, I was just about to say, these guys keep hitting me.
I was
that's
literally
okay.
thinking, there's no way they're gonna hit your AC again because their bonus isn't that good.
That's 3 in a
They've
row.
just been rolling like 19s and 17s on the
Nat
die.
20.
Nat Chwanzoni, and I just dropped a D4. Hold on, this is crisis mode. Okay, I found it.
Can't step on that.
Exactly. All right. So, so that's gonna be 13 damage.
Okay.
How you looking?
Yeah, I'm showing a little damage.
All right, and then I need you to make that con save again. It's not a one save.
I'm
scenario.
at 19 HP. Come on, con. Don't fail me now. Ooh, 16?
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's not a very high save.
Okay.
So you'd have to roll like really bad to fail it, but you could fail it. Gonal is going to say, "We gotta get the hell out of here," and he's gonna run up to here. Actually, he's gonna run all the way up here with you. He's brave,
I
and
agree
try
with him.
to attack this guy. He hits.
Hell yeah, Gonal.
Okay, and does 10 damage, and he only had 8 left. So Gonal
Fuck
runs
yeah.
up and
Bonks him.
smites this guy just crunch right in the face. He falls over backwards. Alright, so it is this other leader's turn, and he can now run in, and he is going to make it to Gonal.
Oh no.
And that might make Gonal a goner.
Oh,
Let's see
no.
what happens. So he's going to attack twice. He is going to claw first. Oof. Wait, hold on. Let me double check Gonal's AC. I know it's super fun when the DM just plays with himself.
That's what she said.
That is one of the quotes.
You're welcome. You're welcome. He hits. So he hits, and that is gonna do. Oh shit! That was really high damage. Oh shit! Gonal goes down. Down but not out, but he goes down as this thing just comes up and just like whips his head around. He was all smiling from smashing this other goblin and didn't see the guy just come up and smack him in the back of the head straight to the ground.
Shadow goes, Dwarf, I don't know how they do it in your guild, but we don't sleep during fights.
Oh shit.
No shits.
Please tell me you have a good con save. You have a mediocre con save, and you fail. So, not only... So, as soon as he gets hit, he just goes stiff, and his body just, like, falls over like a doll, like a figurine, and hits the ground, and his body's completely stiff, rigor mortis style.
So he's dead?
You're not sure if he's dead. He became stiff the moment he got hit and fell over.
Paralyzed.
This guy still has an attack, so he is going to step forward and hit Talluk he's going to try to bite Talluk.
That's fucked up.
I'm so sorry. It's an 18 on the die.
That hits. Oh, actually, reaction. I want to cast shield.
Okay.
First level spell to cast shield, which increases my AC by 5 until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't know why it's like this, but for some reason their bite has a lower to hit than their claws. Their claws are a +5, so it would still hit, but the bite's only a +3. So, so it doesn't hit. So the shield. So yeah, it'd be a 21 to hit, and you've got a 23 now.
As he tries to bite me, this like acid round Captain America shape with like these bubbling acid things just pops up right in front of me, and he just bites into it.
Face into it, and it kind of like peels his face back a little bit as he pushes through. It's just like
gross.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, the rest of these guys seem really preoccupied with what they're doing. They do not come running in here. Shadow, it is your turn.
Talluk, it's your turn to babysit. What happened to that dwarf?
He's out, and he's stiffened up or something. I don't know. This dude did something to him.
Shadow's going to turn and release an incredibly powerful Eldritch Blast against the gelatinous cube in an attempt to force it back in to the cage.
Ooh.
So that'll be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
It's not a weapon attack, so Claw Slayer doesn't come into play. So that will be... Oh, why did it roll? So that'll be 6 damage, and it'll be knocked back 10 feet.
Okay, so it kind of blasts, and it creates this like effect. The whole thing jiggles as it slides back into the cell.
Okay. And
you just shooting one blast?
There's so many sexual innuendos this session. Can't hold it in anymore.
I was trying to be good, damn it.
It jiggles. You shoot just one blast?
Just one blast? You just want to shoot one blast in there?
Is that door an object interaction?
I described it as kind of slinging open, but it fell off into the room because you chopped its hinges off.
Okay. So, Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I tell? Is it jostling back towards the bottom at all? Like it's trying to fall
Yeah,
down?
so you slopped it in there, and it immediately
Oh, God.
looks like it starts oozing into the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna send my second blast over at Talluk's new friend. 16 to hit,
16 hits.
and that'll be 13 damage. Max damage for Eldritch Blast.
There you go.
And it knocks him back 10 feet.
You do want to
Ooh,
knock him back? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So all the way back into this door
Yeah.
corner. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right.
Gonna maintain my centered position.
So this time the cube tries to like leach out, and it doesn't seem to be able to get any purchase, and it goes about halfway down into this thing, and you can tell that it's losing its footing as all of its little pieces start to ooze around this material and ooze down into the grates, and it's dropping through the grates.
Heck yeah.
nice job.
Thanks.
All right, Elirlok.
I'm going to move up this way. Right, her. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Talluk at 3rd level.
Okay. You do have to be able to touch him, so you'll need to be a little closer to him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Touch.
3rd level. Okay. So what is that? It's
3d8 plus 3.
3d8. So it's 8. It's 8 times 3 plus 3.
Yeah. 27.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
And then I'll use my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon an unknown distance to move the weapon of 20 feet. So he's going to move
Oh, less than I would have thought.
up to the dude bro.
I just realized I can give you permission, and then you can just move this thing. There you go.
Okay. And he's going to attack him for take a swing, swipe, slash, whatever you want to call it, for 8 damage.
This guy does have a little bit of armor on, so you got to roll to hit.
Yeah, that's important. 26.
That's a nat 20!
Hey,
Roll another d8!
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so 6 on top of the 8 from before. That's 14. Dang, boy.
yeah,
So you
that's math.
splash into this guy and do some pretty hardy damage to this guy. He's still standing, but he's hurting.
And that'll be my turn.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Man, get a lot of value out of the spiritual weapon.
It's really nice.
All right, Talluk, your turn.
Can I, since Gonal's right in front of me, can I like do a medicine check or something to see if I can figure out what's going on with him?
Absolutely. Medicine away.
Oh, nat 20.
Okay, so you guys had puzzled it out. He is definitely paralyzed, but you also check the wounds on his back of his neck and see that he is bleeding out quickly.
So he's down.
In addition
as well.
to his paralysis.
Stabilizing.
So for the paralysis, if I were to heal him at all, would his paralysis? Here's what I want to do. Let me tell you what I want to do.
Yeah, tell me what you want to do, and we'll talk through it.
I forgot that I had taken this after the end of book 1. I've got a maneuver in my battle masters called Rally.
Mm-hmm.
I can use a bonus action and expend 1 superiority die to grant that friendly creature who can see or hear you temporary HP, which is a D8 plus 2. So would that be enough to stabilize? Like, would he get the D8 plus 2 and then he's basically picked up, but he would still be paralyzed, or would he be?
He wouldn't be picked up because I'm pretty sure that temp HP doesn't pick you up.
Okay, that was my question. So that's only my thing's only temp HP. Okay, so can I do? What would it take? Let me see. Do I have a? Oh, I think I have a regular potion.
Can you roll to stabilize him?
Yeah, you can give him a potion, and that'll heal him and stabilize him, or you can roll a medicine check and spend your action to, administer first aid. And if you get I think it's like a DC 10 medicine check, then you'll stabilize him, but he'll still be unconscious.
All right, I'm gonna reach down, check his pulse, look at him. I'm like, this guy's paralyzed, and I think he's also bleeding out. He's down. I don't really know if I should waste my turn. Elirlok, can you do something with him? And I turn and run full speed at the leader. To be continued on the next episode of Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies. Find out what happens to our party next week.